Hey guys, I'm back with another video today. I'm going to be doing a book review on the Carrie Diaries. I'm so excited to be doing this book review because I really love this book. This is such a great book. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give it a 9.5 because it is so fun, it is so easy, it's enjoyable. There are parts of it that are slow, but this is not like Twilight slow. And I'm sorry if I offended somebody, but it's true. It's the slow in the sense that she wants you to kind of get to know the characters. She's not just giving too many details. She's just like wanting you to kind of get to know the character a little bit more. And the other thing I wanted to talk about before I actually talk about the story is the cover. How cute is this cover? It looks, when I first saw this, I literally thought that this was a diary, but it's really just a wallet, and look how cute it is. And then the back of it has the zipper. So yeah, the story, if you don't know what the Carrie Diaries is, the Carrie Diaries is a book that is about Carrie Bradshaw before she came to New York and became this successful writer. So you kind of get to see who Carrie was before you get to see her in high school, and it's really cool. I like there's a lot of things I like about this book. One of the biggest things I like about this book is that not only do you get to know Carrie, but you also get to know everybody around her. And there's stories going on about pretty much everybody in this book. I mean, there's a story about her friends Maggie and Peter, then Maggie and Walt, then there's not a story about the mouse because I don't even think there was a story about the mouse. I think the mouse was just a really good friend to Carrie, and then there's Lolly, who I can't even stand. And if you've read this book, you'll understand why I don't like Lolly. And then you get to see who Carrie's boyfriend is, Sebastian, who I really don't like because he's just an awful boyfriend. He doesn't really care about what Carrie's into. He's just all about himself. And I think she could have done better. She was also dating another guy called George. At the same time, she was dating Sebastian, but she let George go for Sebastian. That's all I'm gonna spoil. But so yeah. But the story of it goes that she meets Sebastian, and then there's some betrayal. She's trying to figure out what she wants to do with her life, how to become a writer and so forth. She ends up writing for the newspaper for school, and then she gets into this writing program in New York. So she gets to go to the summer in New York for the writing program. The other thing is that you get to see her family, which is kind of cool because you never got to see her. She never really talked about it in the show. So you get to see her dad, who was I think he was a scientist, and her mother passed away when she was really young, and I think her mother was a feminist. And she has two younger sisters, so she had a pretty good childhood. Other than her mother passing away, then it was really good. But other than that, that's pretty much the gist of the story. I really recommend this book to anybody who's a Sex and the City Carrie Bradshaw fan because you won't be disappointed. It's just such a fun book to read. I know I said that before, but it really is. Then the end of the book, that's where we're introduced into Samantha Jones, and how she meets Samantha Jones is such a great story, and it's such a great thing of how she kind of introduced Samantha. It's kind of cool. So then when you get to the end of this book, she goes to New York, she gets into some trouble, and then she meets Samantha. Okay, and so now to the second book, which is Summer in the City, and I'm going to do a slight book review about this. So Summer in the City, like I said, she's already met Samantha, and Samantha has helped her. Samantha takes her to a party. She meets this guy who happens to be a famous writer, and then she kind of starts dating him, and then she goes and she ends up where she's supposed to in school and stuff, and she has her own place. And once you read the book, you'll understand. But so yeah, and then we get to and I have to talk about this character. This character, I'm gonna put her name in above because she is so awful. She is just so, I think she's Carrie's landlord or roommate or whatever. She's just really, really an awful character because she treats Carrie and the other girl, I forget her name, I'll put her name in the right here too. But she is just so like a drill sergeant, you know. I guess like she's renting out this room and she has all these stupid rules like a curfew. She has to be home at midnight because heaven forbid that Carrie come home at 2 o'clock in the morning and wake her up. You know, Carrie's 18, you know, but, and then there's the phone issue where she can't be on the phone for longer than 5 minutes because she may get an audition. She can't use long distance. You know, she can't cook because she doesn't want to clean up any messes. She doesn't want her to touch any of the food in the fridge. It's like Little Miss Priss, but I don't like that character. And I'm only at, like, I just started the book, I think, yesterday, so I'm really excited to read this book. I have a feeling it's going to be really good. I'm dying to see how everything turns out. And then you get to see how she meets Miranda, which is kind of a coincidence. It's a cool story. And when you first meet Miranda, Miranda's kind of like not a very nice person, but she did a good thing for Carrie, and she's just a very big feminist. And I also heard today, or was it yesterday? I don't remember. I was watching one of the videos or read something, and you get to see her meet Charlotte, because that was my other thing. Like, is she going to get to meet Charlotte in this book, or what's going on? So I'm so hoping that they make another book of this, because I'm in love with these books. Yeah, and I will be doing a complete book review of Summer in the City once I finish it, which probably will not take me long because I'm so into it. Yeah, and the other thing that I wanted to kind of mention is that if you're kind of looking for something to read and you don't know what to do, what I'd like to do is go onto Amazon.com and just type in like Summer in the City. And they're going to give you, once you scroll down, I think like in the middle, it'll say like customer pick also. And I've found a lot of good books titles and stories that I'm really interested in reading. So you might also want to check that out once, if you're interested, because I think I found some potential authors that I may also like, you know, because I can't read Nicholas Sparks forever. I want to get out of him. I read all of his books, but anyways, I'm also going to try reading more Candace Bushnell books. I also wanted to mention, I forgot to mention this, I did read the first the original Sex and the City book, and I don't think I really cared too much for it. I thought it was like whatever, but I think this is a really good book. I think this one is so much better than that book, and I'm wanting to read, I tried to read Four Blondes, but I thought in the beginning, I thought that the main character was very superficial. And then I'm gonna try reading the other two, which are called Trading Up in Lipstick Jungle. So anyways, I'm just blabbing. I'm so sorry. I just like talking about books and stuff like that. So that is my book review of the Carrie Diaries and a little of Summer in the City. Let me know how you like these books and comments, because love them. Alright, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching and have a good day. Bye!